From childhood, we have been taught that success means acquiring education, learning manners, and developing skills, all for the sake of material progress. Even being a good Muslim is often presented as a means to worldly success. But what does Islam truly say about progress? That is a discussion for another time. For now, let's examine how the modern worldview of progress has impacted nations that have embraced it. One major issue arising from this perspective is declining birth rates. A New York Times report from 2021 highlights that birth rates in highly developed nations have fallen below death rates, meaning these societies are struggling to sustain their populations naturally. In Italy, maternity wards are closing because there aren't enough births. South Korean universities are becoming empty as fewer students exist in the younger generations. Germany is demolishing entire neighborhoods due to depopulation, replacing them with parks. Ironically, these are the very nations often cited as examples of success. The reality is that their pursuit of material progress has come at a great cost. Even China, the world's most populous country, is now experiencing population decline in its northeastern regions. Meanwhile, the rest of the world has been bombarded with the idea that having fewer children is the path to prosperity. Governments, media, and policymakers push birth control under the guise of economic stability, telling people that smaller families lead to a better quality of life. Campaigns and policies worldwide encourage population control, even though history shows that declining birth rates bring economic and social instability. Consider Sweden, often seen as a model welfare state. The falling birth rate there has forced the government to divert education funds toward elderly care. In a so-called developed country, aging citizens are now required to continue working, as there aren't enough young people to replace them in the workforce. So what is the connection between progress and declining populations? The modern world prioritizes careers, consumerism, and financial security over family life. Men and women delay marriage for the sake of careers, and when they do marry, financial concerns make them hesitant to have children. Over time, the number of births falls below the number of deaths, leading to population decline. This is just one of the many costs humanity is paying in the name of progress. If this trend continues, what will the future look like? Liberalism claims to stand for freedom, yet it does not allow populations to grow naturally. It promotes a free market economy but enforces strict population control policies. In contrast, Islam views life as sacred. Islam permits family planning only in cases of genuine health concerns, not out of fear of financial insecurity. The Quran clearly states, "Do not kill your children for fear of poverty, we provide for them and for you." This verse also applies to abortion and population control policies based on economic fear. So, should a believer trust the ideology of liberalism, which prioritizes material desires over human life? Or should they follow the guidance of their Creator, who promises sustenance for every soul He creates? Liberal and modernist ideologies claim to be a pro-nature, yet they interfere with one of the most fundamental natural processes, human reproduction. A society where there are no children's voices in homes, where the youth becomes scarce, and where the elderly are left with no one to care for them, is this really the kind of life we desire? It's time to break free from the illusions of secular, liberal, and modernist ideologies and follow the path of true success, the path of Islam, which ensures prosperity in both this life and the hereafter.